Hey there, welcome to the Proud Animator YouTube channel. So in this lesson we are going to learn how to animate this bicycle rider in flat style design. Now this animation may look a bit complicated but it's very easy to do. Even if you are beginner in After Effects you can do it easily, just follow along with the lesson. So first of all let's design this illustration in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so right now we are inside of Adobe Illustrator and here is a very basic rough sketch of the character we are going to design. So first of all I'm going to select it and decrease its opacity to about 30% and I'm going to lock this and we are going to design under this layer. And first of all we are going to select a black stroke and a white fill, and first of all we are going to design everything and then we are going to choose the colors that are suitable. Okay, so our illustration is done. Now we are going to proceed with the animation. So before jumping on to After Effects, let's check out how I have separated the layers in Adobe Illustrator. By the way, if you want to learn the basics of Adobe Illustrator or how to design in flat style in Adobe Illustrator, do check out the link in the description. I have numerous tutorials on how to design in flat style. Go check out the lessons and let's proceed with this one. So here I have just added a reference over here. As you can see, this is basically for the for rigging purpose so that we can put the structure layers. We will see more on this on After Effects. So here I have separated the layers in such a way that we can move it independently in After Effects, such as I just want to rotate the face, so that's why I have also just distributed each of the elements of the face in each of the separate layers, even this particular shadow, so that if I move it like this, it may look like the face is rotating. Even the body and hip is in a single layer. The foot, this one is just for reference. We are going to rig one and then again duplicate it and rig it in the same manner. Now we are going to see this in the After Effects. But here I have just also separated each of the layers of legs, such as thighs, this one, and foot, and also paddle and also wheels, you can see, and this is some waviness for adding some motion blur to the wheel rotation. Okay, now let's jump on to After Effects and proceed with the animation. Alright, so right now we are inside of After Effects and here our first job is to select all the layers of the head and make a pre-comp. Okay, right now I'm going to reposition the anchor points from where we can rotate that particular layer. Okay. And right now, remember we have already added a reference for structure layers. So I'm going to right click on it and create a shape layer from vector layer and delete the illustrator layer. Alright, right now I'm going to rig the leg first. Okay, to solo the layers, we need to click over here. And I'm going to solo the reference as well, and I will just turn on the Duik and select on rig, and I'm going to click on the arm structure layer, the leg structure layer. Okay, these are the structure layers. I'm going to select it and put it above the leg layers, and I'm going to reposition the structure layers. And I'm going to position it according to this particular reference that we have added on this illustrator. Now you might face difficulty in just positioning perfectly in the center. If you can't or something like this happens, then simply you can roughly just put it exactly at the center. You don't have to be very precise for it. So I'm going to do it for the rest of the layers. Alright, right now I'm going to parent the layers with its structure layers, such as thigh with thigh, and this one with this one with this one. Oh, now for the foot and for the paddle, I'm going to parent the controller of this leg with the paddle. So first of all, I'm going to select all the structure layers and auto rig it by clicking over here first and then click on auto rig. Okay, so right now I'm going to parent this one with paddle. So if we move the paddle, it will move together. Perfect. Now I'm going to select all these layers and simply duplicate it again. Ctrl C and Ctrl V and put it above this leg reference. Okay, I'm going to unsolo it for now. This as well. And I'm going to add another structure layer and follow the same process again. Alright, so right now I'm going to select both the structure layers. So we have to come over here. Here is an option called select structure layer, and I'm going to just turn the visibility and then I'm going to shy it out, but I will just deselect these thigh layers, these thigh structure layers, and solo it down. Oh, so right now we are going to rig the arms as well. So let's do that. So right now we are going to do the same with the hands. So for that we are going to follow the same process. Okay, so first of all, let's select the hand layers and solo it out. This time we are going to select this arm structure layer and I'm going to put the structure layer with the help of this reference. Okay, so right now we are going to parent the layers. So I'm going to select all the structure layer of the arm and then I'm going to click on auto rig. Okay, so right now I'm going to parent this with the handle, this one. Alright, so let's turn off the visibility of the arm and I'm going to just deselect only the arm structure layer and just shy it out rest of the layers. And I'm going to follow the same process for the arms of the other side. Okay, so with this, the rigging of the arm portion is also done. So let's proceed with the body. So now I'm going to select the body layer and the reference layer again and solo it out, and I'm going to add some pin tool on this body layer. So I'm going to select the body layer and add one pin over here, one almost at the middle or somewhere around here, and one around here. Okay, I'm going to select the puppet property over here under effects, and then I'm going to just turn on the Duik and just click on links and constraints and then click on add bones. So what it will do is it will just take the pins that I have added and convert it into bone tool. So right now each of the pins have its individual layers. Okay, now let's first of all rename it. Alright, I'm going to parent the neck with spine with hip, and I'm going to select these two thigh layers and parent it with hip as well. Perfect. And right now I'm going to select the neck layer again and parent it with neck and head with neck again. Okay, let's unsolo it, and I'm going to delete this reference because we don't need it anymore, and also this leg reference as well. Alright, now I'm going to select these paddle handles, so which basically is this one. So I'm going to copy it for the other side as well, one for the front view and one for the other side of the view. Okay, I'm going to select this one and do same thing. I'm going to add one pin around here, one around here, and I'm going to select the puppet and add bones, and let's name this one. This one is the center one, 1.1, and this one 2.1, and I'm going to do the same with this one as well. Okay, so right now we are going to parent this one with this one and this one with cycle body, and also I'm going to select hip width and parent with cycle body, and as well as the chains with cycle body as well, even wheels, spikes and all this with cycle body. Perfect. And right now we are going to parent this paddle with this one, so as if we rotate this one, and also let's parent it with this one. So if we rotate this one, the whole thing will rotate. Perfect. And do the same for the other one as well. Alright, so right now we are all set to start our animation. So first of all, I'm going to open the rotation property, click on the rotation. Here again I'm going to click on rotation with on 1, and again I just let's move this one to its neutral pose. Okay, so I'm going to just turn off this one for now, because we are going to animate only one side, and then we are going to simply copy and paste the keyframes, and we will get the animation of the other side. So first of all, I'm going to reposition it to its neutral pose, which is this one. And also I think we need to put the thighs above the body layer. Perfect. And don't focus on this for now, because we are going to fix it later on. Okay, and I'm going to again add rotation on the paddle as well, and then I'm going to jump on to next 8 frames, or rather 16 frames. So here it will come down to this position, and then again next 16 frames, and I'm going to copy and paste here the initial position, and at this particular point I'm going to rotate it, and then again at this particular point I'm going to rotate it, or rather I'm going to just copy and paste. Perfect. Now I'm going to just see. Okay, so at this particular point let's delete this keyframe, and I'm going to paste the initial keyframe itself and just give it 1, and now there shouldn't be any problem. Perfect. And let's fix this particular thing. It's just rotating it in 360 degree. So what we can do is we can simply counter rotate it. Now I'm going to turn off and make it a linear keyframe, and I think we need to speed it up a bit. So we can simply jump on to next 10 frames and just move the keyframes, and again jump on to next 10 frames and move the keyframes. Let's check out our animation. Perfect, it's looking pretty good. So right now we are going to copy. First of all, I'm going to just simply add the loop expression, so which is loop in plus loop out minus the value. Alright, now I'm going to copy this and paste it over here, and again I'm going to copy this one as well and paste it over here. Now both of them will move together. We just need to offset it by 10 frames. Perfect, it's looking pretty nice. And right now we are going to just counter move the body as well, as it's just paddling. The body will just go to and fro in up and down motion. So for that we have added this 3 pin tools. So I'm going to add rotation, jump on to next 10 frames, and I'm going to add some rotation. Also I'm going to include this one as well, and I'm going to select the layers and let's add some rotation to around 3 degree. And again I'm going to jump on to next 10 frames and copy the initial poses. Perfect. And let's ease it, and I'm going to paste this loop expression to all these properties. Now I'm going to offset this neck layer, hip and spine with 2 frames. First of all, I'm going to offset it by 1 frame, or rather 2 frames, and then again I'm going to offset it by 2 frames. Now let's check our animation. Perfect. Okay, we forgot one thing. We also needed to parent this structure layer of arm with the body or this neck pen tool as well. So I'm going to select this arm, and I'm going to select this arm as well on the opposite side and parent it with neck. Perfect. Perfect. Our animation is almost done. So I'm going to rotate this particular wheel blurs, so this layers. So I'm going to open the rotation property, and I'm going to just pick whip one property with the other, so that if we move one, both of them should move together. Okay, right now let's jump on to next around 8 frames and add 2. So, and again I'm going to add the loop expression and just turn on the motion blur. Let's check our animation. Perfect. Now we are going to do the same with the spikes as well. We are going to copy simply copy and paste these keyframes. It will copy with the expression as well. Okay, and I'm going to turn on the motion blur as well. Yeah, it's looking perfect. So the only thing that left is we are going to add some motion to the face as well. So it's paddling, not just looking towards the camera. The face should also rotate a bit. So let's turn on the composition. Okay, right now I'm going to select this face dark and place light and convert it into the vector layers. And I'm going to delete the Illustrator files. Okay, so I'm going to delete this particular layer and I'm going to copy. I have just copied it again, and I'm going to use this layer as the track mat. So for that I have just copied it bunch of times. Okay, one more thing. After converting the AI files into shape layers, if something like this happens, so as you can see there is a border with the whole composition, you can simply open the contents and select this group and merge paths and delete it. So same problem was there with this mat as well. So delete it like this and problem will be fixed. Okay, right now I'm going to just move it and place it over here. Perfect. And I'm going to add a null. So this could be easily done with Duik with the help of face rigging tool, but we need to keep it simple, keep the whole lesson simple and make it beginner friendly. So we haven't used Duik connectors to rig the face, and also it's very simple and very low detailed face, so we don't really need Duik's connector to rig this. Okay, I'm going to parent this with this with this, here side with this one, here with this one as well, and curl with this one. So I'm going to also convert this here side. So right now we are going to simply lock the layers, and we only need to move this and few other here layers. Okay, so right now I'm going to select this and this and this and open the position property and add keyframes, and then jump on to the next key position. And at this particular point I'm going to move the face to extreme right side, and also I'm going to move the hair a bit and also this here as well. And again in the next key position we are going to copy the initial keyframes and just ease it. Alright, so right now I'm going to turn on the time remapping and put a keyframe over here and delete the keyframe at the last, because we are going to apply some follow through to this, and for that we are going to apply the loop expression in this time remapping. Perfect. Let's add some follow through. So we are going to basically offset it slightly. perfect. So it's already looking pretty good. So the only thing that we need to fix is this particular thigh. So for that, we are going to simply select the thigh layer, this one, and convert it into the shape vector layer. So as you can see, even if we convert it into the shape layer, it's still parented with the actual structure layer. Okay, now I'm going to open the path property. Now let's check it. Yeah, it's looking perfect. Okay, so like this you can animate a bicycle rider. Okay, by the way, if you want to get a loop expression from this, then simply add another composition and open the time remapping and simply jump onto the last key pose from where it restarts its loop. So after that, I'm going to copy this loop expression and paste it over here. And don't forget to delete the last keyframe on the time remapping. Okay, so that is it for this lesson. Like this you can animate a bicycle rider. It's very easy, so I would highly recommend you to try it on your own, and do let me know if you have any doubt regarding the lesson or any other lesson regarding motion graphics or character animation. Okay, so I hope you liked the video and enjoyed it a lot. So if you liked it, then make sure to hit the like button. If you have any doubt regarding the lesson, make sure to comment down below. I will be happy to help you out. And if you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification button to stay notified for all the future updates. Until then, goodbye.